Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft video here on the channel. The Arena Open is over. I'm recording this before the Arena Open, so I don't know how it went yet, but this Mythic climb will continue. I got into Mythic in my last draft video that I was playing Ranked, and so we'll see if we can make some progress in Mythic in this video. We've opened up Roar of Endless Song, which is an amazing start to a draft, gives us a direction right off the bat. The splishy splashy deck it shall be. If this was just a dud rare, I think Rally the Monastery and Frontline Rush are both incredible, and I think Rally the Monastery is a better pickup because in the red-white decks, it's like your best non-rare card you can have almost. Rally the Monastery is also fantastic. Kishla Trawlers is solid. Knockout Maneuver is solid. I'm trying to hover over the cards, but all of these uncommons are really good. Skirmish Rhino would be good, I think, if Abzan was better, but it's not, so this card goes quite late. In this pack, what am I hoping to wheel? Well, I think 1, 2, 3, 4 cards are definitely getting taken. Evolving Wilds is almost certainly getting taken. So maybe I can wheel Riverwalk Technique, Einok Wayfarer, or Swiftwater Cliffs, depending. I think the Dragon will get taken too. Coordinated Maneuver or Rebellious Strike might get taken. People might take Skirmish Rhino. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then maybe I could wheel one of the lands. That'd be really good for me. Having a land that is good for me is great in this pack. Okay. Well, Herd Heirloom is a good card. But this pack is filled with good cards. There's Herd Heirloom, Sibzig Appraiser, and Molten Exhale. I think Herd Heirloom is worse than Sibzig Appraiser. As a top deck, it's generally worse to draw Herd Heirloom than Sibzig Appraiser. In your opening hand, a lot of the time, you'd rather have Sibzig Appraiser as well. And when you have a card like Roar of Endless Song to find, you're really just happy having the Sibzig Appraiser. I'm not down on Herd Heirloom. I would take it out of this pack over Molten Exhale, because I don't think removal is as high of a priority a lot of the time in this format. This is a good removal spell, but it's not like going to win you the game. And this card can like win you the game 2-drop into, like, if you play this, then you can play your Temur Tawny back, which is the 3-mana 4/3 that loots, and then that card can start like drawing cards, but it's like much more steps involved than just having Sibzig Appraiser take over the game for you. So I love Sibzig Appraiser. I'll second pick it. I would like Herd Heirloom, but I like the Sibzig, especially when you're going to be digging for this. Going 2 cards deeper to look for your Roar of Endless Song is definitely nice. Dragon Brood's Relic, however, I do like a lot. I think this card is fantastic. It's really a nice 2-mana play. It's very similar to the Herd Heirloom, except in the late game, instead of needing to have another creature, this card just kind of does what you need on its own. It's not that hard to end up in a deck that like plays 4 colors, and so you get the 5th for the splash. This card that ends games a lot of the times. I'm really happy to see that. If I wasn't taking this, it would be a little bit dicier of a pack. Equilibrium Adept is a good card, probably the best card. I'm just seeing if white aggro is flowing. There is a couple of white cards, but these aren't particularly premium for the white aggro deck. Focus the Mind is fine. I would probably take Mystic Monastery second out of this pack, which would not be a good third pick, but Dragon Brood's Relic is a great one. Next pick, Sibzig Appraiser. I will take over Kishla Trawlers. Being good in the opening hand is important to me. And also, sometimes I find that my decks don't have as many instants or sorceries, or like they don't have a creature in the graveyard. Being able to play your 3-drop on turn 3 is very valuable. And this card gets you a card back from your graveyard, but this card like lets you dig towards another card that might be good. So that's kind of how I view it. This archetype is looking open. Piercing Exhale is a card that I have lowered substantially in my pick order. I think it is solid as a card, and it's a card that I play if I get it, but I don't prioritize it that much because it doesn't play well with the early game that I'm usually doing, which is like playing small creatures like Sibzig Appraisers and stuff like that. In this pack, I'm probably not going to wheel anything useful because there's some bad cards like Ringing Strike, Crocodile. Sometimes you can wheel stuff like Sultai Devotees or whatever, but getting 2 Sibzig Appraisers is really good. And now we're going to make a pick that might seem controversial. We're going to take the Dismal Backwater here, 5th pick. This pack doesn't have any great cards. I don't think Overwhelming Surge is very good. The best card for aggro is, I think, the Jeskai Devotee. Temur Devotee can be a card you play if you really need creatures and your Roar of Endless Songs and you have some ways to like loot it away in the late game. But I don't love that it's a dead card if you don't have like if you're not in an aggressive matchup. Like if you're playing a slow matchup and you play this card, it's almost like doing nothing, which is not great. And Dismal Backwater can really help me with the Dragon Brood's Relic. There's black cards I definitely will want to splash potentially, like some Sultai cards. Sagu Pummeler is fine as well, but we're going to take the Backwater when we see it. Now there's Piercing Exhale. There's also Narset's Rebuke and Sarkhan's Resolve. Defibrillating Current's not really on my radar, nor is Temur Devotee. Would I rather have Piercing Exhale or Sarkhan's Resolve? I think I can get Sarkhan's Resolve a little bit later, and I don't want that many copies of it. So I'll take my first Piercing Exhale here. Narset's Rebuke is also solid as a kill spell, goes well with the Sibzik Appraiser, but I'll just take a card in my base colors for now. Wow, that's crazy. Draconologist should not be in the pack. Draconologist, if you've never played with it, is basically like Sibzik Appraiser. You're usually going to have dragons, instants, and sorceries in your deck. We currently only have one, but we'll find a lot more. And digging for dragons, instants, and sorceries is like top 5 is like kind of like Sibzik. It doesn't find our best card, but it's still a really good card. After that, I would probably speculate on the Forecaster over Snakeskin Veil. And this pack being here with Draconologist, pick 7 is a great sign. Okay, so pick 8. We're seeing some later cards here. And honestly, I don't mind Jeskai Devotee. Sometimes I don't really like the Earth Carver. Maybe I'll just take the Devotee in case I end up with a heavier red component in my team or deck. But we are seeing some white. And we wheeled Swiftwater Cliffs, just what we were hoping for. Riverwalk Technique also wheeled, but this is a great opportunity to get the land. I was really hoping that would wheel. Now we'll get Unending Whisper over Undergrowth Leopard. If you do have, like, you do want to prioritize, I think one Undergrowth Leopard is fine, but I'd rather have the one Unending Whisper. It plays well with Draconologist, Sibzik Appraiser if you mill it over. Just a cheap spell to, like, make your deck feel a little bit smaller. Mystic Monastery is great because it's not only red-blue for my Roar of Endless Song, but also a little bit of white for the Dragonbrood Relic Splash. That's a really good card to wheel. And Sultai Devotee did wheel. It sometimes does. It's a really good card with the Piercing Exhale. I'm surprised that the pack does have some clunkers in it. Now we will take the Osseous Exhale over the Abzan Devotee. You can splash this if you get enough dragons and you're defensive enough. So we have an entire pack of cards that can kind of fit into our deck that we have drafted here. Pack 2, off to an okay start. Bewildering Blizzard is definitely a fine card to play. It can win you the game on its own. You don't want too many copies of this sort of thing. It doesn't play great with Draconologists, like if they know it's coming, but it can like win you the game on its own sometimes. Inspirited Vanguard is fine. Riverwalk Technique might wheel again. I would probably take it on the wheel and be happy with it, but not the best start to a draft when you can get some really good rares and stuff. Okay. So there's Dragonstorm Forecaster. The last one we saw was really late. I would rather get the Globe over the Forecaster. I don't think Frostcliff Siege is great in my deck. It works better when you have like a 2-drop creature that you can play this into a creature into this, start drawing cards potentially as like at least threaten doing that. Einok Wayfarer is good with the Unending Whisper, so because this mills you 3. Lion Weight could be a fine splash, but my mana is not really under me enough to try and splash yet. So I think I'll take the Dragonstorm Globe over Caustic Exhale. Tawny Back sometimes wheels. I think getting my first Globe is pretty nice for this deck that might dip into all the colors, and also it plays really well with Dragonbrood's Relic, so it ramps you. It also makes the thing come in as a 5/5, so that's really nice. So we'll take this, maybe even wheel the Forecaster. There's some good cards that might wheel. Wayfarer is probably not going to wheel. Tawny Back sometimes wheels. There's some good cards in there. Now we just take up an Appraiser. If you just took Appraiser out of every pack you saw it in, barring some crazy rare, you'd probably do pretty well for yourself. If I wasn't taking the Appraiser, I would take Jeskai Monument over the Dragon. I think Jeskai Monument is really good. I can just put in a single planes. All of a sudden, my Osseous Exhale maybe gets some playability, but the Sibzik Appraisers just do so much work for you. You're going to really be happy taking these cards. The Boulderborn Dragon might wheel, though there are some Dragonstorm Forecasters going around, so this might not. But Dragonstorm Forecaster, 2 Globes, and a Boulderborn is a pretty good package. I wouldn't mind the Runescale Stormbrood, but it's not going to wheel, obviously. Okay, now there is Dispelling Exhale, which is a really premium 2-mana interactive spell. There's also Einok Wayfarer, which doesn't play great in my deck. And then there's Veteran Ice Climber, which I don't love. Piercing Exhale, which I already have one, and I don't even love that one. So I'm just going to take the Dispelling Exhale. I don't currently have any dragons, but I'm looking for them. And Sagu Wildling is perfect. Equilibrium Adept can do good work, but my fixing isn't really under me right now. I'm mostly just trying to focus on my blue-green cards early and then splash like a couple of top-end things, and this card will really help with splashes. With this, Dragonstorm Globe, and then if I get an Evolving Wilds maybe later on, then I'll be able to have like pretty good sources of every color. My Mystic Monastery gets me a little white, this gets me a little black, and getting a dragon is really good for Dispelling Exhale and Piercing Exhale. Okay, now I get Molten Exhale as a premium removal spell. Nice. You don't really need to, like, there's so many good removal spells that if you're planning on splashing around, you can get some premium ones a little bit later, like this one is pick 6. I would take Blossoming Sand second out of this pack, even if I have no white cards, but I'm happy to get a good playable for my deck. Taking another Sibzig Appraiser. We have 4 copies now. This card is so good and people sleep on it, and I'm really happy to have this here. Now there's a Teamer Monument. Good fixing. Gives me some late game. Unending Whisper, Windscarred Crag. I don't care about white mana yet, so I'd rather just get a card that helps me with my main colors. And we wield Inspirited Vanguard. That's a good top-end card. Usually when you play this, you make the 2/2 body with it, the Endure, and then after it attacks, you can choose whether to make another 2/2. I wouldn't mind a Riverwalk Technique, but I did not think this card would still be available. We wield Tawny Back and Forecaster. I don't think I need Tawny Back because I have so many Sibzig Appraisers to take up my 3-drop slot, and I think the Forecaster could be good. I might wield the Boulder-Born Dragon, which I do. There is Dragon Claw Strike, but it's really bad in my deck. So I'm just going to take the Boulder-Born Dragon instead. We wield Einok Wayfarer. That's pretty solid. Just a little bit of value. Okay, we'll take the Artisan. Forecaster, if I get another Globe, I'll play it. I might not play the package otherwise. But, like, I don't need Tawny Back because I have 5 3-drops that are pretty reasonable already. I have 2 dragons right now. Yeah, last pick Earth Carver. No one likes that guy. This is a dragon that's worth splashing. So Sarkhan is the rare. This card is not particularly great. It's just a 2-mana 2/2. If you have a lot of dragons and you can ramp into a dragon turn 4, it's pretty scary sometimes, but a lot of the time, not really great. So Sonic Shrieker, on the other hand, is really great as a dragon, and we're kind of splashing those colors anyway. We have our Dragonstorm Globe. We've got a little bit of fixing. This card's going to be pretty solid in our deck, I think. Kishla Trawlers is also reasonable. We can get back Molten Exhale, Piercing Exhale, but we don't have that many instants to get back and not many creatures that die early, so I'd rather just take a Sonic Shrieker as another dragon and then maybe try to splash it, which often works out. We might even wheel Rugged Highlands from that pack. And now getting another pack that has a Jeskai Shrinekeeper makes me want to splash that, which makes me want to play the little bit of white mana that I already have from the Mystic Monastery. But like with Mystic Monastery, Dragonstorm Globe, and Sagu Wildling, if I play a single Plains, I have 4 white sources right off the bat, which is pretty reasonable. There's also Teamer Monument. There's a black-white land, which I could definitely wheel. So we've just got 2 powerful dragons for our deck. There's another Sibzig Appraiser. There's also a Herd Heirloom. So, and there's Karsi Revenant. Double black is just going to be too tricky to splash, though. Here, I might take the Herd Heirloom. I'm very tempted to do it because it gives me 5 colors of mana for these dragons and helps me cast them a little bit ahead of schedule. There's also just 5th Sibzig Appraiser, which helps me find the mana, all that stuff. I'm probably not going to play this. Might play that, but we'll consider it later. I'm going to take Sibzig Appraiser. I'd rather be able to cast all my spells. And so I'd rather rely on other fixing for my... Okay, we're going to take a 6th Sibzig Appraiser. 6 Sibzigs. It's a lot of Sibzig Appraisers, but there's appraising work that needs to be done. Okay. There's Winternight Stories, which is a really good card. There's also Mystic Monastery, which is a really good card. And there's Dispelling Exhale. Winternight Stories is really good. So right now we have quite a few cards. I think I might take Winternight Stories over the Mystic Monastery. What am I going to cut here anyway? I'm already making cuts. So maybe I'll just take them. I'm going to take Winternight Stories. That card's really good. And I fill my graveyard a little bit. And now we'll just take every land we see. I don't need Stormshriek Feral. Einok, Kintree, Severance. I'll take that. Get another removal spell. Einok is fine. I might not play the one I have, though. Yeah, nothing really for me here. I don't mind a Teamer Devotee in this deck. There's also this, but I get all the value I need from my Sibzig Appraisers. Snakeskin Veil, sure. And now there's a Sagu Pummeler. I don't need Osseous Exhale. Wow, another team Sultai Devotee. Interesting. Embermouth Sentinel. We'll consider it. Okay. So lots of good cards here. I think we're not going to play this package. Maybe trying to splash black was too ambitious here, but we have decent enough black sources with one of each of the basics. Our red splash is also very light. Mostly just blue-green. The Winter Night Stories pick, I think, is good still. We just have to cut some of our bad cards. Cut that. Cut Embermouth Sentinel. Piercing Exhale is probably fine with the 2 Devotees, but it's not the greatest card. I don't want Teamer Devotee. Kintree Severance is nice. I don't really need Unending Whisper. I'm needing a lot of value from other stuff. Pummeler is going to be pretty solid, I think. And Spirited Vanguard might not be necessary either. And Bewildering Blizzard might also not be necessary. So what's this leave me with my mana restriction? So if I have this set up with my mana, I have... How many white cards do I have? I have 1, 2 white cards, really. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards. 2 white cards, 4 red cards, and 1 black card. Black mana, I have 1, 2, kind of 3, because there's 2 of them. 4, that's fine. Red, white, I have 1, 2, 3, kind of 4. It's a little bit low. 5, nice. I forgot about him. So if I have 5 white sources, 4.5 white sources. Then I have for black, I have 1, 2, 3, kind of 4, 4.5, 5.5. That seems pretty reasonable. Blue, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kind of blue sources. That's reasonable. Green, I have 5, 6, 7. That seems way better. More heavy green. Even though I have more blue cards, technically. I only need blue by turn 3. So if blue is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue sources. Kind of 9 blue sources that way. Yep, this deck seems pretty reasonable to me. I'm excited to see how it does. And I will see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if you've been finding them helpful, entertaining, if maybe you've won a little bit more because of my videos, then Patreon is a way to give back to the channel and help me make more videos to help more people in the future. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really makes a big difference. And if you become a patron, you can gain access to my Format Thoughts document, my card by card tier list, and other cool rewards like that. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We will keep this hand. On the draw, it's a little dicier, but I think this is still very keepable. We have so many Sibzig Appraisers that can help us find a green land. We find one right away. We have a removal spell, a Draconologist. I'd rather lead with Sibzig Appraiser, because it hits harder as a 2-1 if they don't have a blocker. I'll take the Relic. Draconologist, sure. I'm just going to play the Pummeler. Next turn I can go Relic, Draconologist, Mystic Monastery. We will Relic first. Tap this guy. Monastery. No attacks, because we don't want this thing to get a free hit in on us. Fair enough. White, black, green, so I can cast this for 3. So they're getting their little bit of value. I'd rather have Winter Night Stories or Dispelling Exhale they know about. Probably Winter Night Stories. Having them know about the Dispelling Exhale makes it so much worse. White, black. I can cast this, but if I sack this, I can't cast it. So we'll look to cast this next turn. Okay, Relic. Such is life. They get to take out my Sonic Shrieker. At least I assume they're taking out the Sonic Shrieker. No, they take out the Winter Night Stories. That's interesting. White, red, black. So now I can save the Sonic Shrieker. Kill that guy. They now don't think I can cast the Sonic Shrieker, which is potentially valuable to me. Okay. They're going to kill my Draconologist now, maybe. The Sagu Pummeler is going to buff up one of my 2/1s to make it able to attack past an Ice Climber. Oh, that's bad. Not good. Hate to see it. Okay. I mean, I'm going to lose to this stupid Ice Climber. I could have attacked him for 4. That was my mistake. Because I would happily kill this Ice Climber if I could. They are just milling up a storm of useful things. Wow, they tap him. That's good for me. Okay, so they're going to hit me for 2, then they're going to use their Dragon Brood's Relic. They only have 1 red mana, so they can't double Dragon. Though I guess they could double Dragon if they use the Dragon Brood's Relic. Maybe I need more late game to go with these Sibzik Appraisers. Taking out my Death Toucher, yep. They forgot to attack first. Yep, this game's over. Oh man, I didn't draw enough spells down the stretch. Decline, I'd rather have a 2/2. They're just going to put 2 counters on this guy. I'm going to have to trade it off. I guess them taking the Winter Night Stories was a good call. I really needed that card velocity. 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 9 spells, 5 lands. I've got my Jeskai Dragon. I've got my Dragon Globe, which is useless here. I have maybe a kill spell. I don't even know. The Veteran Ice Climber is annoying. Especially because they milled all this action. I need to draw my Piercing Exhale. If I draw that, I think I can win this. Hate that. This is a tough loss. They just had a better grindiness aspect than me. My Sibzik Appraisers are not really useful bodies against their board state. They don't have a second red mana. Oh, they do have a second red mana. Perfect. Hate to see that. With this go my hopes, because my Piercing Exhale will no longer take care of their flyer, which was my great dream. Veteran Ice Climber keeps wrecking me in my drafts. I wonder if 6 Sibzik Appraisers is too many. I can't imagine why it would be. Why do they keep doing this before attacking? It's so infuriating that they're going to beat me anyway. Oh, it's infuriating. Oh my gosh. Yep, just drew all lands down the stretch. I have good cards in my deck. The climb through Mythic is always fraught with peril. I'm going to cut the Einok Wayfarer and put in the Bewildering Blizzard. I think I need more top end. Add in this guy, add in a Snakeskin Veil. I don't think my Dispelling Exhale is particularly great here, but maybe I don't need Globe. Globe is fine, actually. Cut one of those guys. No, I want that guy. I don't need Snakeskin Veil, and I'll cut one island. Sure. Let's try it again. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this one. 2-drop, 3-drop. We kind of got everything we need. I think this is a deck that could maybe benefit from Snakeskin Veil. Turning a 2-1 into a 3-2 by surprise can also just be really useful. Abzan. Please say I can beat an Abzan deck. Yikes. They might take Kintree Severance. They might take Sibzik Appraiser. We will see. If they take Kintree Severance and I do kill this guy eventually, I'm going to get a 6/6. Gosh darn it, they always take Winter Night Story, so I never get to cast it. Oh well. I will take the Vanguard because it gives me a nice play for next turn. Maybe an incorrect decision, but we will find out. The Wildling. Sure. No blocks. So I'm going to play the Vanguard and make my 2/2. As one does. And they know I have Piercing Exhale, so if they hold up mana, they might be trying to protect their priest. Oh, my 2/2 can kill this thing, prevent that from attacking. Okay, they're first to the punch with the Exhale. I see how it is. Sure. I'd rather just do this first. Make use of all my mana. Get my last island. Play this. The fact that I haven't drawn my lands that can get other colors is a little bit bad for me. I can cast this Kintree Severance to kill the Severance Priest at some point. Just making the most of my mana right now. My cards will eventually line up well with theirs. Eventually I will drown them in Sibsig Appraisers. It's a really good trade for me. That will be good as well. Planes might have been useful as well, but we're just going to make our army. No need to do anything crazy. We just always have 2/1s to do stuff with. Okay. I'm shocked that they didn't go put this on the Severance Priest. Because this was going to trade with a 2/1 no matter what anyway. And now... Are they taking that because they don't want me to activate the Dragon Brood's Relic? They don't think I have any other cards that can activate Dragon Brood's Relic. It's a good trade for me. 2/1 for 2/2. I should not have played that land. Because if I draw a tap land, I'm going to really regret it. Okay. I really want to activate this Dragon Brood's Relic. I think they might have a Piercing Exhale, and they're trying to beat me in the Piercing Exhale wars. Like, I have some removal in hand. I got a 4/4 flyer and a 5/5 creature just sitting in the wings waiting. I've got this guy. This deck losing to Abzan is not going to happen, really, I don't think. Sure. Well, that was weird. Very strange. Let's see if we want to make any more changes to the deck. Maybe go down to 15 lands. All my cards are pretty good. So I think I'm just going to keep it as is for now. I really want to get a chance to get Snakeskin Veil in there. Protect a dragon, but I think I'm just going to have to keep running it like this and see how it does. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this easily. This is like what our deck does. And in some matchups, it might not be good enough, but in some matchups, it will be, and we will just hope to come across those matchups. Red-white. I think our deck is going to fare pretty well against red-white. Because our 2/1s are built to block. Okay, Devoted Duelist. Meet your maker. The Sibzik Appraiser is here. And we will just keep taking Sibzik Appraisers, or will we take... Yeah, we'll take keep taking Sibzigs. This could have been a part of a plan for a Turbo Dragon Brood Relic. We'll let them hit us with Shock Brigade for a turn. Take the Vanguard. Okay. Another Shock Brigade, sure. They probably have a combat trick to keep it alive. Yep. Yep. Do I want to just play a Vanguard? Make a 2/2. I think so. At 16. Next turn, I can play 2 removal spells. I can play Sibzig removal spell. War Effort. That's going to die. Okay, so that's the block there. Actually, this is the block here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. You hate to see that, honestly. So I'm going to play Plains. Kin Tree Severance on the War Effort, 100%. Shock Brigade on that. Tap the 2/2 because that'll be relevant later, and then hold this guy back to trade. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I draw an untapped land, I can get my Dragon Brood's Relic and win, presumably. Unless they kill me here. Rescue Leopard will not do the job. Bummer. We did not hit the land we needed. We will find it here, though. Or something else. Okay. We've got our spot. If we draw, we've got our land. If they don't kill us this turn, we're probably going to win. We've got all our colors. All our top decks are live. Bearer of Glory. That's not going to do it. Zergo's Vanguard. Not going to do it. Tap our worst blocker. Kill Bearer of Glory, because that's what's giving them stuff to do. We could have also killed Zergo's Vanguard. But our Death Touchers block that pretty well. And we don't mind mobilized creatures, because any mobilized creature that attacks, this thing gets to eat it. And, interesting. Yeah, they're just dead. The lifelink is too much. Boom! That's the matchup for us. We love that matchup. Heck yes. See you next round. Welcome to another masterpiece hand. The 6 Sibzigs. Highlands, Island, counter whatever they play, and then just Appraiser, Appraiser, Appraiser. Okay, we do not care about that. This will find us a land. We'll let them resolve whatever 3-drop they want. Jeez. Sonic Shrieker. It's pretty good. I'm gonna take it. It's a gamble. Voice of Victory. Sure. Just take the land. Don't get greedy. Next turn, I'm going to go Dragonstorm Globe into Appraiser. They can't attack me unless they can deal with my double block. Shoot. Hate to see that. Getting so punished for getting rid of my removal spell. It's pretty good. Piercing Exhale is going to be really good here too. War Effort, sure. Okay, they're dead. Okay, they hit me for 1,000,000 damage, but... Okay. Dragonbird's Relic. So, we attack first. I should have Piercing Exhaled first. Okay, luckily we drew the land. Land. Globe. Exhale. I'll put that into the graveyard because it's free value. Next turn, my plan is to play Sonic Shrieker for 5, and I can play Relic as well. I'll keep this guy on top. He's big. I have Counter Magic up. I'm about to play a Sonic Shrieker. No, thank you. I should have attacked first. What am I doing? This has gone swimmingly. Sure. Boom. Oh my gosh, these Sibzik appraisers just set you up so nicely. They give you so many options. Oh, yes. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. On the play, the chance of a turn 4 Roar of Endless Song is pretty high here. And that's going to win me a lot of games on its own. And so you just got to keep those hands sometimes. I was about to say, before this round even started, if I hadn't drawn this, we have been winning games, and we haven't cast this card a single time, I don't think. And so eventually you're going to draw your namesake card. Ooh. This is a situation where casting turn 4 Roar of Endless Song might not be good enough. And I'm not even guaranteed to cast it turn 4. Oh no. Bewildering Blizzard can be good here. But they're going to get off to a blazing start. This card's going to fix their mana, get them everything they need. That's annoying. 2 to the top. Oh, gosh. Well, now we are guaranteed turn 4 Roar of Endless Song. On the play as well. Gosh, they don't have a 2-drop. I am saved. That is a game changer for me. Yeah, it does not matter, buddy. I'm going to play the Sagu Pummeler next turn, so its stats get doubled as well. I can't believe they scryed 2 cards to the top when they didn't have a 2-drop. Do they have an enchantment removal spell for my free 5/5 coming next turn? Sure. Bewildering Blizzard is going to do some major work in this game. I can already tell. Play this. No attacks. Next turn I can make a big attack and then survive the backswing with my Bewildering Blizzard. Honestly, Hostile Negotiations would be pretty brutal for me here. Saltwood Pack Beast is amazing for them here, obviously. I'm hitting them for 28 next turn. They're going to probably chump block at least 2 of them. Okay, what are they getting rid of? Probably one of my tokens. Yep. I'll just hit him for 10. Presume some sort of resistance. So this card was still amazing, don't get me wrong. They just had a couple of chump blockers and they killed one of the 5/5s, but it traded with this thing and it got me a 5/5 and killed a 1/1. For 5 mana, that's pretty good. They had to use removal spell and they didn't even kill one of my 5/5s. Now here I have to be careful because I have to block Salt Road Pack Beast before I use this, or else they can like give it unblockable by surprise. Okay. Still gonna use it. I have to spend my mana. A 2/2. Play this. Pass holding up. No, I can't hold this up because I tapped like a buffoon. Or, yeah. I didn't really want to tap that way. I wanted to be able to cast my kill spell, obviously, but held up green instead of white. Actually, we'll take the kill spell this time. Sorry, extra Sibzig. This Martyr devotee has let them cast all their red spells. They have a giant army. Equilibrium Adept, yep. Yikes. Okay. Play land. Combat. Attack with 3. Two counters. Okay. This is fine for me. I will use my removal spell on the pack beast, as I was hoping to. Then I will do this. Have this punch this. Reveal this so I get a nice surveil in. Two more Sibzigs, eh? I guess I should have played this pre-combat. I'll play 2 more Sibzigs next turn. They're going to kill a blocker. Hit me for 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, they're not going to kill a blocker. Yeah, they're killing this guy, obviously. Yeah. Duh. No need to go crazy here with the double block. Yep, they hit me for 10. That's a lot. I could have chumped it. I thought about it. They could have made it unblockable, though, with the underfoot underdogs. So we're going to start with this just to see what's up. Take that. No, I need to trade off this thing. So I'll have 3 blockers against their guys, yeah. This would be good for me. It would cut them off of red mana. Really? They don't want to be able to give their guy unblockable. I didn't make a land drop that turn. I could have played this into this. It's these sorts of minor things that don't seem like a big deal at the time, but that then end up adding up over time. So I need to focus up on that. I thought I only had 5 mana. I just literally counted my mana wrong. Okay. Sure. And they scoop it up. Nice. Another win for the good guys. See you next round. Welcome to another round. My opponent's mulligan, I'm keeping. 3 lands, all my colors. Or not all of them, but most of them. If it's a slow matchup, I'll be really happy to have all my big guys. If it's fast, I have plenty of cards I can draw. That'll help. I've guaranteed God of Roar of Endless Song on turn 5 now. Fortress Kinguard, hate to see it. You hate to see it. So I have more white cards than black cards, right? Or the exact same number. 1 white card. I have a white card in my hand. What am I talking about? I'm definitely getting my planes. I was like, I know I have more white cards. Okay, now it's where I need to draw Sibzig Appraiser. Yeah, this is how this type of thing goes. Because sometimes you just have to trust your deck is going to get there for you. And I am in trouble. Yeah. If I don't draw a spell this turn, I'm probably just dead. Like, they're hitting me for 5 this turn, and then 10 next turn, and I won't have enough blockers. Gosh darn it. And they're scrying both to the top, so yeah. Come on, spell. Nope. Yeah. I mean, you have to keep these hands sometimes, and there would have been situations where it would have been a good hand to keep. But unfortunately, we did not draw a single spell that we could cast. We drew 1 spell in this game. And then the rest we drew were lands. Gosh darn it. We drew forest, 5-drop, tap land. Yep. And they killed us on turn 4 on the play. Which is kind of crazy to get goldfished on turn. Oh, we were on the draw. Or we were on the play or whatever. I don't know. It sucks. That's why climbing in Mythic is so hard, because there's games where you keep hands like that and you just, like, lose all your progress. And I think I'd keep that hand again in the dark. I don't know what their deck is. It could be a slow deck. In a slow deck, I want to have all my powerful cards. Mulliganing, I could mulligan into a worse hand. And just look at my deck. Like, my deck is all spells that cost 3 or less. I have 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards that cost less than 3 mana. 3 or less mana. 17 cards. Kintree Severance doesn't really count, so let's just say 16 cards. That's like the odds of drawing a land. I don't know. It seems very keepable to me. Very keepable. I have like so many cards to draw. If I draw Sibzig Appraiser, it'll find me something to do on turn 4. So if I draw one of these 6 cards, I'll find a second thing to do. Yeah. Oh well. Welcome to another round. If only we'd had this hand last game. Or just drawn a single one of these cards pretty much last game. This hand is amazing, obviously. Temur Monument gets forest. Another aggro matchup. They're all aggro these days. I'm going to play Draconologist here because it can block the 1/1 token. Okay, I can't cast Sonic Shrieker. This is where we take Molten Exhale. Kill the Shock Brigade. Or whatever else they play. Sure. That's a fine state of affairs for us. Fortress Kinguard, sure. Do I go Devotee thing? No, I just want to go Sibzig Appraiser here. Get this so I can guarantee my land drops. Hit my second blue source. I can double block the Shock Brigade now. Next turn I can go Sibzig Molten, or I can just play Inspirited Vanguard, which would be my preference probably. Sibzig is such a good flexible card. In the hands of a master, or even a novice, it does good work. Okay. So if I block like this, what could they have? They could have +2/+0. And then they kill my Draconologist, which is fine. They could have +2/+1, in which case I still kill their guy. No, I don't kill their guy. But +2/+1 on this is not the end of the world because they're spending their whole turn doing that. Yeah, I don't really... These guys are so expendable. I don't mind if they like waste their turn on this. They could have +2/+2. Still can't kill both my guys. Frontline Rush. Okay. I got a frontline rush out of their hand. Honestly, not the end of the world. And they might not have a follow-up play. Oh, of course, they have the best follow-up play. You know how it is. Yep. Okay. I see. Let's go. Land. Vanguard. Make a 2/2. Next turn we can attack, make another 2/2. Play a couple spells. Okay, they exhaled it. It's fine. We'll be okay. Next turn we can Sibzig, kill. Oh, that's going to be good. Sibzig first. Find a land. I'm going to take the land here. Land. Molten Exhale, this guy. And the next turn we can go Shrine Keeper, Devotee. Hardened Tactician, jeez. They've got some good stuff. What's their last card? This could go very badly for me. Yup. Here we go. That was a really good draw. Oh, thank goodness. The mana ability is any speed. That's what I thought. Actually, no, they're going to just sack the token anyway if I block that one. That was a really good draw, the Dragonbird's Relic. Really good draw. Gonna fill my hand with Bewildering Blizzard. I have a good kill spell lined up for the future. Oh my gosh, nice. I have white, black, blue, red, green. Killed their guy. Shrine Keeper. Maybe this is too greedy to start trying to draw cards here. I think it's good. The life gain will help me as well. Okay, now I'm in pure survival mode. Tap land to gain another life. Devotee. Oh my gosh. I tap badly. Oh gosh, I'm gonna lose because of this, aren't I? Oh my gosh. It was so unnecessary. Gosh. I just fumbled the bag. And honestly, the 2/2 might have been better. Okay, so they're not killing my blocker, which is a good sign. Trade for a 1/1 that's going to prevent them from drawing a card. Okay. Kill the Fortress Kin Guard. This is so close. Or maybe it's just completely over. Depends on if they have a kill spell. Bone Cairn, sure. Do this first. Death Touch is good. 3, 4, 5, 6. Because if I can find a kill spell, I would like to. Winter Night. They're drawing a lot of extra cards. This thing draws them a couple extras. I'd rather trade off my Sibzigs than my Death Toucher. The Death Toucher can attack past the Hardened Tactician. I could have just cracked this so I'd have a 5/5 and then they would have had a Suicide into it. And then still played the Devotee. That was probably way better. And it can attack better. Okay, we'll do this first. Okay, discard 2 lands. Play. I have enough mana to play my 5/5, my 3/3 dragon. Yep. And hold up Counterspell / Piercing Exhale. Piercing Exhale can't currently kill this unless I use my Death Toucher, because this thing could have pumped it. No blocks. I'll take 3. Sure. Finally, I can get rid of this guy. I think they're dead on board now. 7, yeah, 11. Because I have a counterspell to stop whatever they might have anyway. Boom. Got another win. Bounced back from our defeat. And we're back in the green. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We will keep this sketchy hand with no green mana. If we find a green mana on our first 2 draw steps, we're happy. If they're playing a slow matchup, we're probably fine. And we found the green. Perfect. I will play Dragon Brood's Relic. Because this way, if I do get lucky and draw my Roar of Endless Song in the next 2 draws, I can play it on turn 3. Or that on turn 3. So this is black mana. I already have black mana. I already have blue mana. I'll just take another Sibzig Appraiser. And they don't really want to use a kill spell on this, I imagine. And yet they shall. Twin Bolt. That would have been much better later. I could have played Draconologist to play around that. Definitely taking the Sonic Shrieker. And would I like to get Sultai Devotee into play? I'll play my tap land this turn. I'd like to get the Devotee into play. Because next turn I can play the tap land and still play a 5-drop, and that way I'll have my extra power in play, versus next turn if I play the untapped land, I'll have 1 mana left over and won't be able to do anything with it. Okay, so we will go with Shrine Keeper. Actually, cancel. Play this land, I can just hit them with everything. So they also kept a sketchy hand. So like I lost a game by keeping a sketchy hand. It looks like they are going to lose a game by keeping a sketchy hand as well. Unless they have something truly spectacular. That is not it. White, black, red. Let's just attack first. Because this way I can deploy the Sonic Shrieker to kill their guy, which is way better for me. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I draw a land, I can activate this. Okay. They have lethal on board to deal with, so they're going to have to play a blocker of some kind. Okay. That technically blocks. It will trade with my 2/1. Except for the fact that I killed him 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, got another win. That's what you like to see. Nice, clean victory where your opponent does nothing. I'll see you in the final round. Welcome to the final game with the best hand I've had yet. 1 mana, get my island. 2 mana. 3 mana, find something to do. Turn 4 and then turn 5. This is the dream. Absolutely precious. Okay. We're even on the play, which is Maximum Devastation. The one card I cannot currently cast, but that's okay. We don't need to cast it yet. Playing against a Jeskai deck, that's okay as long as they don't have too much counter magic. Playing the Sibzig here. Find another Sibzig. Because we were trying to find a land. But now, if we find another Sibzig, we can go Relic Sibzig. Which then guarantees our Roar of Endless Song. Oh, how little they... Oh, ye of little faith, opponent. That is... Oh my gosh, we're doing it. This... Another Sibzig. Ooh. I think I will take the Globe. Better than a land, I think. Okay, they're holding up counter magic. Let's just do this. Okay, so they don't have counter magic. We know that for the future now. They just have nothing to do. Okay, we'll take the land. Okay, maybe I was supposed to just cast Roar of Endless Song, but I thought if they have like a Exhale, then I'd rather just get these things deployed. Because like it's almost going to be hard for them to win anyway. Okay. You've had your fun, buddy. Time to just deploy our bomb. They might just surrender. Boom! Trophy in Mythic. Climbing the ranks. Up the ladder we go. Up to 148. Top 150. Feels amazing. Oh my gosh. The joy feels awesome. We had that one loss that felt avoidable, potentially. We could have mulliganed, maybe just won that one, but then who knows what our other matchups would have been. Everything would have been different according to the butterfly effect and chaos theory. But 7-2, excellent deck. First picking a really good card, the Roar of Endless Song, and then getting 6 copies of Sibzig Appraiser, which just absolutely dominated this draft. This was Not something I would expect to see this late in the format when I've been talking about how good this card is the entire format, but if you've been watching my videos, you know how much I love this card. I take it pretty much every time I see it. I think I took it every time I saw it this draft. It is stellar and definitely a card to prioritize. That's going to do it for this video, though. If you enjoyed it, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And if you want to support my content, you can do so via Patreon. And then if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comments section down below, leave #6 to let me know you made it all the way to the end, or #6sibzig, because you never get 6 Sibzigs in a draft. It's kind of wild to see, honestly. Like 6 of any common is crazy, and 6 of the best common is even crazier. So #6sibzig to let me know you made it to the end of the video. That is going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.